What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at a little 1/20th scale RC made by KYAMRC. Cart Youngster Actuator Model Remote Control. This one's kind of a little bit funny. Looking at the box here, we'll see something that I want to show you here. But we'll just see what they're saying here. Advertising high strength shocks, 1/20th scale, direction fine tuning, and oversized tires. This is a little RC I picked up off of Banggood. It was fairly cheap. I think it was like under $20. And what I picked it up for, there's one of the models. That's kind of the model we have here. Right there, we have the Graffiti style. What I want to do with this one is I just want to turn it into a little FPV kind of, just a little car or something we can cruise around the house in. Maybe I'll bring it to the shop, cruise around the shop. So what we're going to do is I thought I'd do an unboxing on this, and we'll see where we can fit a little FPV camera transmitter. I'll go through the drawers here and see what I have. I'm not even sure what I have right now. I know I have some small cameras. I think I have some transmitters, so we should be good to set up a little FPV system. But let's get into it here. 1/20th scale, high performance. This is what was kind of funny about this. It's ARTR. Apparently it's almost ready to run. Not sure what that means. Typically you're buying these RCs are ready to run when they have a transmitter, but this one's almost ready to run. Not quite ready, almost ready. So let's open it up here. I did show you the side here. They got different models. This is the model I have, the Graffiti model. I like the look of it. I thought it was pretty cool. Let's get everything out of the box here and let's take a look at it together. I'm not expecting no high performance RC here. This is just one for fun. There's a little manual here. It's called the Max Cheetah. That's what they're calling it. High speed car. Very basic manual, just showing you how to put the batteries in. And yeah, just showing you how to charge it there. Nothing, that's all you really need though for a manual for something like this. Alright, so let's look, see what the transmitter has here. Gotta grab a screwdriver. Pull that screw out here. I think what it takes is a couple double A's. I may have already put them in here. Yeah, I've got a couple double A's in there. Really cheap feeling. Very basic forward back steering on off switch right there. Yeah, whatever. Does somewhat stand up on its own. No complaints though. Alright, so in the package here, we had the transmitter we already looked at. Got your little 5-volt charger here with that little black connector you get on the cheapos. A decent little screwdriver to add to the collection. And there was also a screw in the bag here. I'm not sure what that's for yet. Let's pull out the RC itself here. Now this is a 1/20th scale, like I said. It's you know, it's cheap. It's cool looking though. I love the look of it. That was what attracted me to this. I love that graffiti kind of style look. And what do we have here? Let's unplug that battery. We've got a 700 milliamp hour NiCad battery, 4.8 volt. There's your trim right there. Your on-off switch right there. Yeah, it's alright. Let's fire it up quickly. Let's plug it in. Alright, we're going to put this all there. I haven't charged this battery yet, so this has still got the... I did fire it up a while back. I've had it for a few weeks now. Turn it on there. There's no lights on the actual RC. Gonna get this battery out. Got that out. We'll just throw this little screws aside here. We'll throw the charger, the bottom battery cover aside. Actually, the charger I'll take right now. I'm gonna plug it in, see what we can do here for FPV, and then we'll try it out after. All right, the battery's charged. So One thing I did notice about this is typically these bodies don't come off without taking off a bunch of screws on the bottom side, but I think this one does. They've got these nice little rubber caps that you pull off, and I think the body is just going to slip right off. And if that's the case, that is going to be great. Yeah, just like that. And that's where I want to put the FPV, is underneath the body here, if I can. And I think we should be able to. So I'm going to put the RC aside there. There's a little antenna there. It's super toy grade. To be honest with you, the shocks actually, well, the front ones didn't feel too bad. But they're just friction shocks, super small springs. We're not saying this is going to be a great RC. We're hoping it's going to be a fun RC with the addition of some FPV to it. Alright guys, we're all finished up with the FPV install on the Graffiti Buggy here, the 1/20th scale little buggy I picked up off Banggood. I'm pretty happy with the way it turned out. It was near impossible for me to film this. I went into it without a plan, rounded up a bunch of parts that I had and made it work. So we'll show you here. We got the transmitter, 48 channel transmitter on the back there. We notched out the roof there to accept the antenna. We put a piece of Velcro on the top there, which will be using a 750 milliamp hour 1-cell battery, and that'll power it up just like so, sitting in behind the light bar. If we pull the body off here, they got these nice little rubber caps that hold the body on, and that body just comes off just like that, super easy. And we'll get you a nice close look at the camera here. So the camera actually is mounted right there. Right in the driver's face there is where I put this little mini camera that I had. They're super tiny, but man, it fit in there perfectly. And if we look underneath, I've got it all wired up here, glued up. I had to keep everything as tight as possible so that body sat back where it needed to sit. But that's the final result right there. We got the camera, we got the battery, we got the transmitter. We are good to go. So I'm going to throw that body back on here quickly, like so. I just want to give you a quick look at what we got here. We got the D43 receiver there. We're going to plug it in like that. We'll turn on the receiver right there. And there we go. Not the greatest quality of camera, but it does the job. It works. Decent reception. And we're going to see how it does. We'll definitely get this one out and test it out. I have run this a few times in the house. And I'm going to tell you, absolute garbage are these tires. But I've got something that is going to fix that issue. What we're going to do is, I have this little truck that I reviewed from Banggood last year. And I have two of these actually. This one was broken, it came broken, and I did show that in my review. And I have a brand new one right here that hasn't even been opened. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the wheels off of this and we're going to put it on this. These tires, just no grip. Absolutely horrible. Do not, you can't even go full throttle, and that's with the little 4.8 volt battery here. But another thing we're going to do is we're going to use a 2-cell Lipo in there. A 2S Lipo. We're going to run this thing off of 2S, but we'll put these off-road tires on and we're going to do a speed run. When we do our testing, we'll see how fast it goes with the NiCad battery there, the 4.8 volt, compared to the Lipo, the 2S Lipo there. So keep that in mind. When we get to the testing, we'll be doing that. Guys, we're going to leave it at that. We've got the FPV set up in there. We've changed out the tires. We've already told you we're going to use a 2S battery in it. Once that weather smartens up, like I said, we'll get out there and do a test run. Make sure you keep an eye out for that, because I don't think you're going to be disappointed with this one. If you like this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, I really appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button before you head out. And remember, don't be a stranger. We'll see you on the next one. See ya.